players when playing heavy tanks. Tough armor is good, but it does not guarantee your safety on its own. Even the heaviest of tanks, just like any other vehicle, might be destroyed in one well-placed shot to some vulnerable spot. Even if the said spot is very small, the natural sluggishness of heavy vehicles gives the opponent plenty of time to take aim and fire, especially if you make one of the most common mistakes that we're going to talk about right now. Rule number 1, never underestimate your opponent. After getting their first heavy tank, many players feel superior over their opposition. Well, yes, most of the shots simply bounce off the thick hide of a heavy tank, but sooner or later, you will get hit by a shell that hits you in one of the vulnerable viewports, for example. You can avoid that by staying off open ground. Use cover more. Take the American T-32 for example. Its frontal turret armor is 300 millimeters thick, which is next to impossible to penetrate. But the lower glacis of the hull is as soft as a marshmallow. So this is the part of your tank that you should hide behind rocks or terrain, avoiding direct hits to that part at all costs. If you can make it happen, you will feel much more confident, knowing your turret can take most punishment without any trouble. Regardless of how much armor your tank has, it always has a fair share of vulnerable spots. You must learn these spots and always position your tank so that the enemy will have a hard time hitting these places. We're not just talking about the most obvious vulnerabilities. You must also react fast enough to the battlefield around you. Let's imagine that all your crew members in the turret, except the gunner, are dead. Now would be a good time to position the turret in a way so that all the other shells will hit the stricken side, where everyone is dead already, to ensure the safety of the still living gunner. If you do this right, you will be able to return fire, at least for some time. Rule number 2, never go into combat alone. This one is really obvious. The tougher your tank is, the slower it will move. Some fast and nimble opponent can evade all your shots, outflank you, and then finally deliver a kill blow from up close. Now, if you should encounter several such quick enemies, you will perish even faster. Always try and operate with support from other, lighter tanks. They might not kill the opposition outright, but they will surely make targeting you a whole lot harder. One of you can engage the enemy, while the other can finish him off much easier. Rule number 3, don't get too aggressive. Sooner or later, any heavy tank player will imagine himself being some sort of an incredible Hulk. Big, scary, tough, and most likely green. Just enough to get out there and smash things. You can sometimes be a witness of such a rampage perpetrated by some heavy tank, steamrolling over all opposition all the way up to the enemy spawn. Don't fall for that urge. You need to keep an eye out on your surroundings. It is very easy to advance too deep and stay isolated, without any kind of support, only to perish soon after. Such rampaging heavies are an easy target for anyone in position to outflank them. So, even if everything is going in your favor, you must stay focused. You have just captured a point? Why don't stay on it for a little while? Get some cover and wait for the enemy to counterattack, coming straight for your trap. A true predator always ambushes its prey. Keep that in mind. Rule number 4, control your trigger finger. If your cannon reloads fast, you can fire all you want, because you will most likely get a second shot at pretty much any target. But a heavy tank must make its every shot a kill shot. One shot, one kill. Otherwise, even a light tank can destroy your gun barrel and kill you from the side or rear while you're busy fixing your weapon. Don't rush when you don't have to, and don't get distracted by pinpricks of lesser enemies. Remember, you are a heavy tank. You are hard to kill. Take your time, aim at where it will hurt most, and fire. Now, let's imagine a perfect battle using all the rules described. Let's take IS-2 for example, a mighty and a heavy tank indeed. First, pick a spawn point and a general direction of your attack. Then, find some company. Never hurry. You are the star of the show, where other tanks must adjust to you, not the other way around. Don't march in the first row. Stay a bit behind. We have just spotted a group of Panther tanks. Take your time, aim at one of the targets, and disable it with the first shot. Now, that's a start. Remember rule number 3? You just have to prove that a single shot can kill even the toughest of targets. This rule works both ways though, so don't hurry to press your advantage when you don't have to. Don't pretend to be John Rambo, so roll back and reload. Let the others do their part. You got a bigger fish to fry. Okay, your cannon is loaded. Roll out and witness your enemy preoccupied by your allies. Take aim and kill the next target. That's it. The point is ours. Once more, remember the rule number 3 and take your time. Sit tight and protect the point you just captured. Let the enemies come to you and suffer the consequences. Oops! The enemy has seized one of our points. Keep calm and repeat what you just did. The enemy is down, the point has been reclaimed. Now just wait and see who will come to take it back. The battle is over, our team has won. Warthunder Tutorials, signing out.